Hey, my name's Randal Smith, and the Servant Center is a nonprofit agency with several programs that help the homeless and the disabled in our community. My journey with the Servant Center was with disability services. I found out that the Service Center, I found the Servant Center, and while living in a local homeless shelter. I was living in the homeless shelter after leaving an abusive situation where I was living in a house renting a room from someone. While in the homeless shelter, I found that I struggled with always having to keep up with my own belongings and safety. I had to keep most of my belongings in my vehicle. I don't need to explain why living in a car is a very stressful situation. While at the shelter, I went to the Social Security office to follow up with a claim with an attorney from a few years ago. Here I found that my disability lawyer had dropped my case and had never told me. Through a social worker at the shelter where I was staying, I was able to get connected to a disability specialist at the Servant Center in Greensboro. And that Servant Center counselor was Dora Spate. Dora advised me not to appeal the disability process that I'd formerly had. The Servant Center was able to help me get my supplemental security, and since receiving the supplemental security today, I'm able to use that to pay for better availability in housing. The services provided for me through the Servant Center helped me to be able to find a better path to improve my life.
So tell me a little bit about how you feel about where you are today to where you were when you first started your journey with the Servant Center.
Well, what I feel today from where I was when I was experiencing homelessness is when I was homeless, it was a lot of stress there. Mm-hmm. A lot of security issues. Even though I knew people with insecurities, and I knew people that had their stuff together, both of them helped out. The church helped me out a whole lot, not as far as monetary, but they helped me as far as spiritual.
Okay.
Like I said, with homelessness, it makes you feel that nobody wanted you and nobody would help you, mm-hmm. Even though you were trying to go the proper paths that you knew. Sometimes it would take someone that you may know in the church or in an organization to point you in the direction to talk to other people.
Mm-hmm. So how do you feel today with more security than you had back then?
Well, now I've got a place of my own. It is through subsidized housing, and because I do get supplemental security now, that's helped a lot. I reside in a building for elderly and handicapped, mm-hmm. And it's a few people there that I would consider as a friend, but most of them there I don't have anything to do with because they're always trying to play a game with you. They've never grown up yet.
Right. Is there anything else that you would like to share?
The only thing I can say is just don't give up. Keep pursuing what you're going after. Everybody has a dream, and dreams do come true. You just got to be persistent on what you're doing to try to make that dream come true. Mm-hmm.